live. There we go. What's going on, everyone? Thank you all so much for tuning in this time. Everybody that's here, I greatly appreciate it. Anybody watching on the replay, thank you so much. Don't like the video and subscribe to the channel. Well, handle business, got the win. Look, it's the Wizards' worst team in basketball. I mean, their defense is terrible. Guys played great. I thought that this was a good kind of prep game, good kind of warm-up game to get you prepared for the bigger game tomorrow. Against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Luka should be back. We'll see if Marcus Smart comes back, who's on the injury report and stuff like that. We'll find that out tomorrow. I'll definitely do a video about that when we actually get the information. But again, like I said, Lakers, as long as they beat the teams that they're supposed to beat, they're going to be in good shape. This is win number 49, right? So, you beat the Cavs tomorrow, you get 50 wins before April, which would be huge. That means you have a shot at 56 wins, which is crazy. But nonetheless, right, it's a game at a time. Handle business against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Got the job done in this game. This game was a blowout, as it should be. This is a game, right, even without Luka. I said Luka and LeBron both could have sat this game, and the Lakers should have beaten them pretty significantly. Austin Reeves, right, if he sat out, he probably would have won pretty significantly. So, again, not too much weight you can put in this win. Again, it's more going to be that Cavs game and then really the Thunder game coming up. Speaking of, I know looks like the Thunder might do it. They're up 111, 108. But nonetheless, you got the business. You did what you were supposed to do. I didn't like that the Lakers were up 24 and let them cut it to, 10? Again, like I say, they're just trying to get out of there. Lakers know that they're going to win that game. They're not worried about it, but it's bad habits that lead into other games. Now you're in the Cavs game and you're up 15 and you let them come back and take the lead because you just have kind of built this habit of, not closing and not finishing. Not just that, but it would have been nice if all our young guys could have played the whole fourth quarter. If you were up 30 going into the fourth, you could have let all the young guys play and then maybe had Rui or Kennard out there, to start the fourth. But LeBron and Austin Reeves could have sat and got rest to get ready for the Cavs game where, now you had to kind of, play guys a little more than you should have when you have a game of back-to-back. Now, luckily, the Lakers had a couple days off, which was nice. But still, you don't want to this should have been, hey, we're going to rest everybody in the fourth. But good thing is Austin Reeves only played 27 minutes. LeBron played 33. And he got a triple-double, which is nice. But and I'll go over the stats here in a moment. But kind of makes me wonder if LeBron sits tomorrow and they go with Luka and Reeves. All right, because, there was no reason for LeBron to play 33 minutes this game. You kept everyone else minutes down. Even Ayton and Hayes, you basically split the minutes with. So I like that. I appreciated that the Lakers, kept guys' minutes down. But yeah, LeBron playing 33 minutes in a game that you should have won by 40, even if, you had LeBron play 10 minutes, right? But I mean, LeBron, stepped up. He was huge, especially early on, kind of setting the tone early. I mean, he was yamming on them all over the place. Austin Reeves shooting, still struggling. He was picking them apart though with his playmaking. Like Austin Reeves had a really good game, right? Like it's just the 3-point shooting still. He's really struggling to shoot the 3 ball. But he put on a clinic as far as the playmaking side of things goes. He was just getting whatever he wanted. He had some great passes, some great plays. That one kind of tip pass to LeBron for the alley-oop dunk. And again, he was being aggressive. He was getting to the foul line. He was looking like Austin Reeves, but it's just that his shot just isn't quite there. You saw him finally make a mid-range and he threw his hands up like, thank you, finally. So we're going to need him to start hitting some shots right between now and the playoffs. He's really had some struggles these last, handful of games. He kind of came alive at the end of that Nets game. And I was hoping that would carry over and translate into this game. Hopefully he let the bad shooting night go in today and carry over tomorrow. Because the Lakers, for the most part, didn't shoot the ball very well. Luke Kennard was 4 or 5 from 3. Outside of that, you had a couple guys who had 1. And Kennard, they had that one that he made that got waved off. for the offensive foul. So yeah, but he again was 4 or 5 from 3-point range, which was phenomenal. And he had himself quite a game. And like I said, we'll go over the stats here in a moment. But again, just his floor spacing, his ability. Even Rui, I thought, was really good this game. Hit some shots, got to his spots. This was a nice contribution game. All the big, both bigs, I thought, did a really good job of just kind of dominating as they should, dominating on the interior, getting lobs, hammering, getting the yams on everybody, and just getting a nice little progression game. But like I said, not too much that you can take away from this. It's the Wizards, so I'm not going to sit up here and be like, best win of the season, right? Like, you're supposed to beat them by 30. I'm glad that they did. But now you got the Cleveland Cavaliers, which is important because not only does it give you a chance to, further hold on to the 3 seed, because again, Denver, I mean, they might not lose a game the rest of the way, and that's the problem, right? Lakers can only afford to lose 2 games. You play the Thunder twice here coming up. So if Lakers can handle business against the Cavs, that'd put the Lakers in just really good position to kind of go and get prepared for those Thunder games where hopefully you handle business and end up beating the Oklahoma City Thunder at least one of those 2 times. And then at that point, I think the Lakers are good because you look at the rest of the games, the Lakers should win the rest of the games. So a lot of this is going to come down to this Cavs game, right? Because if you win this Cavs game, then you have less pressure, right? Even if you lose both Thunder games, then you could do that. I have made the argument of kind of resting guys in this Cavs game, kind of gearing up for the Thunder game. But we'll see. Like I said, LeBron playing 33 minutes is a little concerning for this game, unless it's like, hey, we're going to give you a bunch of rest, so we just wanted you to be out there. The fact that LeBron at this stage on the first night of a back-to-back can play 33 minutes is incredibly impressive. And he was a plus 25. He was our best plus-minus guy tonight. But again, great win. I'll take the win. I wish they would have done it in a little bit more convincing fashion, so we could have carried that over into, carried that into the or at least gotten rest to carry into the Cavs game. But they only had to play like half of the fourth quarter, and not everybody. So that was the good part. But let's get into the player breakdown. I got a big old rainstorm here, so if you hear things hitting, it's like raining hard, thunder and lightning and all of it. So luckily you guys are all here to keep me safe. So but in all seriousness, let's break down the players, and then we'll jump into all the super chat questions, all the regular chat questions, all of that stuff. So diving right into it. LeBron James, starting off with the man of the hour. He was 8 of 16 from the field, 50%, 1 of 3 from 3-point range, 4 of 6 from the free throw line. Gave us a triple-double, 10 rebounds, 12 assists, a block, 4 turnovers. Got to do a better job. Same thing with Austin Reeves. He had 5. Like I said, you get 1, 2, 3. I'm good with. Anytime you start getting in those 4, 5, 6, got to do a better job of taking care of the basketball. But 21 points and a plus 25. Rui Hachimura, 6 of 10 from the floor, 1 of 3 from 3-point range, 1 of 2 from the foul line, 6 rebounds. He actually rebounded the ball well tonight. He's only averaging like 3.5 on the season. 14 points. He was basically getting whatever he wanted, wherever he wanted. He's just, and it's a former team, so I'm sure there's a little bit of like you shouldn't have traded me type thing. DeAndre Ayton, perfect from the floor, 5 of 5 from the floor. Our bigs in total went perfect from the floor. Ayton was 5 of 5 from the floor. He also grabbed 7 rebounds, including 2 offensive rebounds. He was 2-2 from the foul line, 1 assist, 3 blocks, and 12 points. He was a plus 9 for us. LaRavia was excellent defensively. He was like he had a couple great defensive sequences. He was 2 of 3 from the floor. Didn't take any threes. Was 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, 1 block. So gave us 4 stocks in total. Was a plus 23, which is our second highest plus minus of the night. And if you watch that game, rightfully so, gave us 4 points. Austin Reeves, like I said, struggled from 3. He was 0 of 4 from 3-point range. He really needs to find his 3-point shot. Really needs to find his touch. 4 of 11 from the field in total, but he was 11 of 12 from the foul line. And again, just being crafty, getting in the teeth of the defense, drawing, creating contact. They were falling for his little pump fakes all night, so he was just kept kind of pump faking them, and then ended up getting to the foul line and stuff like that. But he also had 3 rebounds, 9 assists. Like I mentioned, he was really picking them apart. I mean, he had like a sequence where he had like 4 straight possessions where he just dropped a beautiful dime. 5 turnovers. Like I said, got to take better care of the basketball. 19 points, and he was a +6. Luke Kennard was great tonight. He was 7 of 10 from the field, 4 of 5 from 3-point range, 1 of 1 from the foul line, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, only 1 turnover, which is good because he handled the ball a lot. He was kind of our initiator a lot of times, even making plays at times. He was 19 points and was our 3rd highest plus minus of a +20. But again, this was one of his better just shooting nights, period. Just really lighten this team up. Jared Vanderbilt, again, great defensively and rebounding. He had a great rebound game, 1 of 3 from the floor, 0 of 1 from 3-point range, 2 of 4 from the foul line, 2 offensive rebounds, 6 regular rebounds, 8 total, 1 assist, 1 steal, 4 points. And then Bronny got real minutes. He played 25 minutes tonight, and he was playing consistently the entire game. He had some really good defensive sequences. He had that one defensive sequence where who was it? Was it Riley? Was trying to shake him off and just couldn't get him off of him. And he was just standing, hold his own, and was able to force just a really tough contested shot. He was doing really good as far as just being out there, playing defense, applying the ball pressure, just doing a little dirty work, right? Offensively, he was 2 of 10 from the floor, 0 of 5 from 3-point range. But again, like I said, he's figured out 75% of the battle. Like I've mentioned, once he gets that touch, that's the only thing he's lacking right now. He needs to find that offensive touch. A lot of the time it's a little too hard or it's a little too short. So again, it's just finding that shooting touch, getting in that shooting rhythm, which again, he had some, which I appreciated with JJ. Bronny James had a couple moments where he just, he had the pass because he thought the guy was going to come and he didn't. So he kind of just threw the ball away. A couple sequences, couple instances where, it just, you made a silly play or, just had a bad moment or whatever. And JJ's sticking with him, which you should, especially against a Wizards team, right? Again, you're probably not losing the game because Brody had a turnover or 2. But again, it's those little things that that you need with the reps. And I've talked about with the young guys, they're going to have 2 of 10 shooting nights. Bronny gets consistent minutes tomorrow night. He might go, 8 of 10 or something like that, right? You're going to have good games. You're going to have bad games from guys with the young guys in particular. That's part of it. That's how it works. So again, Bronny James, I thought was really solid this game at just kind of doing some of the dirty work. Jackson Hayes, 8 of 8, as I mentioned, 1 of 1 from 3. He's 3 of 3 on the season. He hasn't missed a 3. He's flawless in that regard. 2 of 3 from the foul line, 7 rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds, 2 blocks, and 19 points. He was our 4th best with a +18. And then it was all the garbage time guys. Kobe Buffkin was 1 of 2 from the floor, 0 of 1 from 3. Outside of that, no one else. Dalton Connect, man, it's sad. Like it really is. Where Dalton Connect has fallen is just, it's rough. It's sad. But anyway, let's get into all these super chat questions, all the regular chat questions, all of that stuff. Real quick, hit that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button for me. And let's dive into it. Let me get to the top here. Here we go. Here to hear Tyler blame Reeves for not hitting anything but free throws. I mean, you're not wrong. His off, like I said, his playmaking was brilliant tonight. He was just really picking them apart. But he really does have to find his shot. Lakers really need him to find his 3-point shot. A win is a win. Yes, absolutely. Again, not too much to brag about, nothing like that. And we are actually 49. We should be 49-26. Lakers beat the Cavs. That would be, I believe, 50 wins, right? Or are we 48? No, it's 49, right? Am I mistaken? Right? Aren't we? I'll check it in a minute, but I'm pretty sure those win 49. But nonetheless, our bigs once again played great. Combined 13 of 13. Luke, was cooking. AR was looking like magic, and Braun got a triple dub. I know it's the Wizards, but yeah, but good one. Yeah, again, when Barron said, win's a win. Gladly take the win. Not going to complain about a win. obviously the Lakers did what they were supposed to do. You're playing the Wizards, you're supposed to beat them by 30, right? Like Lakers beat them by 30. I guess it was 19 or whatever, but they were up 30 when it mattered, up 30 when it counted, which is all at the end of the day, all that matters for the Lakers. Yeah, so I was right. Lakers do have 49 wins, so they're 49-26. So yeah, if they beat the Cavs, they would be going for number 50. Okay, I just want to double check, make sure. I was like, but I was like, no, I'm pretty sure. Good win. Luke is a game changer. If we can get him more action and shoot the ball more, then that can open up so much on the offensive end. Absolutely. I mean, again, he's a guy that we've seen throughout his career, a guy that go get you 20, right? A guy that can shoot the ball. You give him opportunities. This is why I said when we got him, like, I really want to see him get roughly eight field goal attempts a game. You can generate 8 looks for him. Ideally, most, if not all of them being 3, but his ability to make plays, his ability to handle the ball, his ability to make certain reads and stuff like that, as well as be able to knock down the mid-range, get to the basket, apply rim pressure, and also shoot the basketball is going to be very valuable, especially once you get to the playoffs where teams want to run you off of the 3-point line. They want to protect the paint. Talk all the time. That mid-range is usually wide open in playoffs, in the playoffs. It's why, you look at most of the teams that advance really far, they all have multiple guys that that can knock down the mid-range. And Lakers having multiple guys that could do that same thing, with Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic, and now Luke Kennard, is going to be really good for this Lakers team. So I'm right there with you. Seeing AD on the opposing bench hurts. I know it does. Like I do. I still love AD, man. Like, I would love if, he got through his contract or whatever, and, a year or two before he retires comes the Lakers, especially if we could use, like, a depth piece or something like that. AD was run out of town. He definitely was right. Most Laker fans still love him. I couldn't watch the game because League Pass wasn't working. Who played bad and who played good for us? Oh, well, good. Hopefully you were here listening. I was breaking it all down. This was a really good team effort, really good team win. Did anyone drop 30 on us? I don't think anyone dropped 30 on us. For the most part, Lakers did a pretty good job. I mean, they only scored 101 points. You had, I think, Will Riley, dropped 20, and then Justin Champagnie dropped 18. Will Riley's the guy that the Wizards should be really building up. He's like, what? He's like, isn't he like 6'10", something like that? Right? Like, and he's been really good for them this year. He's kind of the underlooked, or he's 6'9", 20-year-old, right? He's 21st pick. He's the guy that has probably the most upside for this team. He's been really good for the Wizards this year. He's the guy that I would be really, like, keeping an eye on if I was the Wizards and just people watching them. LeBron, the third option when Luka plays in first, when he doesn't. Yeah, I mean, look, if LeBron wanted to, he could probably still average 38 and 8, right? Like, again, that's a testament to LeBron that, he still could go and get his numbers, get his stats, all that stuff. And for him to be willing to kind of take that third seat, is, again, a testament to him. I miss AD, man. Want to see him in a Laker uniform again. Yeah, likewise. Like I said, I mean, I wouldn't mind at all if in 2 years or something like that, 2-3 years, he's like, man, I want one more year or something. Like, I would love to just see Luka and AD play. I'd love to see Luka and AD on the court together, right? Like, obviously he can't be. I just don't think he could be like a main fixture on this roster. But, like, it's like a end of his career type thing. It's like, man, I'd love to go back to Lakers, type thing, or Lakers reach out to him and be like, dude, come on, you got to retire with us. You won a championship with us type thing, no hard feelings. I'd love to see that happen. Reeves needs to lock in for the Cavs game, or he has been shooting poorly from 3 the last couple games. Yeah, his 3-point shot definitely has to come through. I did like that he was more aggressive. I did like that he was attacking. And again, using his playmaking to really kind of pick them apart. But we really need his shooting to kind of come around. This has been a handful of games now, if not more, where he's just hasn't been able to find the bottom of the bucket shooting wise. Is Luka playing tonight? No, Luka will be playing tomorrow against the Cavs. He was suspended for this game. Yes, please go subscribe and check out a couple of the NBA videos on the NBA channel. Have the NBA channel that I started, and trying to get that together and monetized before the off season, which I'm right there. I'm close. So yes, please go hit that link, go subscribe to that channel, and then watch a couple videos when you get a chance. Just like hit play all and just watch all the videos. Good win. Got a little close in the third, but kept going and never looked back. Hayes was awesome tonight. That three was awesome. Bronny, not a great night, unfortunately, but it's fine. Bronny, like I said, I thought Bronny was really good in a lot of other areas. Offensively, no. Offensively, he stunk up the joint. But I thought he had a couple of really nice sequences. That pick and roll action, him defensively, he had some great defensive actions against guys that should have been a mismatch to him. And his ability, it's just his wingspan and athleticism. He's able to make up for so much, even though he's not 6'7" or anything like that. He still has that wingspan. He's at 6'9" wingspan, something like that. And then his athleticism really just kind of makes up for some of that lack of size. But yeah, like I said, I'm not really a fan of the Lakers letting them, basically cut the lead in half. But again, I get it. You're just trying to get out of there and then turn it back on and you were good. Everyone has to play tomorrow. In my opinion, keep up the good content. I appreciate you. We have a better shot at beating Cavs. OKC game is difficult, and they got 2 days of rest. You have to play flawless versus OKC, and maybe refs. Yeah, especially the refs. Look, Lakers, I have faith in beating OKC. I did a whole video asking the question, should they rest tomorrow against the Cavs and all that stuff? Because a lot of people are conflicted either way, and that's why it's good to have the conversation, right? Like I say all the time, I don't expect everyone to agree with me all the time. I think there's some arguments for it. I definitely think there's some arguments against. I understand the argument of Lakers could lose both games against OKC. They could lose to the Cavs tomorrow, right? Again, they're good teams regardless. I just trust that the Lakers handle business against OKC. At least one of those games. Lakers have been really good against OKC the last few years. I mean, Lakers would have beat them back-to-back at home last year if they didn't eject Luka, right? But they were like, we can't let the Lakers beat them twice. But not going to lie, Prime Shaq equals Ayton. DA and Hayes, best center duo of all time. I mean, based on these numbers, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Hot take. My opinion, Shea is amazing. Luka, if he was on OKC, they would be just as good, maybe better. I have said the same thing. Shea pushes off a lot, or is that just me? And they say Luka flops. I believe possibly Shea. I'm not a OKC fan. I've said the same thing. I think they would be better with Luka than they are with Shea. They have the defense, they have the athleticism, they have all those things. Luka has been good defensively. Despite a lot of the defensive arguments were earlier in the season, or they're team defensive numbers. But if you look at Luka's on-off defensive numbers, they're off the top of my head, they're 5 to 7 points worse when Luka's off the court defensively. So, again, he's making the impact. He's doing those things. Luka's playmaking, shooting. People will go his usage, would take away and guys on OKC wouldn't develop as Shea's third in usage this season, right? So it's not like Shea is a guy he is a 33% off the top of my head, 33% in usage rate. Luka has the highest usage rate of his career this year playing with the Lakers, the highest of his career, right? He probably wouldn't need to have as high of a usage rate if he was on a team like OKC, because they have better pieces, right? That's the whole thing. The thing that I think is funny is everyone's OKC is a better team, but then why isn't that being equated in the conversation for Luka, right? If OKC's better and they're where they're at, right, then the fact that LeBron or Luka, Lakers were projected to win 47 games at most and be a play-in team this year, and they're the 3 seed, right? And so it's Lakers have a worse team by consensus, and yet Luka's done more for this team than SGA. There's a shot that OKC is still one, like they have a winning record without Shea, right? Like people always go, oh, the Thunder are better without LeBron. Like the Thunder are better without Shea, right? I don't think it's a hot take. I really do think Shea on this team, Lakers wouldn't be as good as they are with Luka. Luka on OKC, I think OKC is better. Bronny had a bad game today. What's your assessment of his play? I expected him to play better against the Wizards. Again, I didn't think he had a bad game at all. Again, his shooting, right? His shooting numbers, yes. You look at just the shooting. But if you actually watch the game, like he had some great reads. He had some great defense. Look, he's being asked to basically just be a spot up catch and shoot guy, right? Like he's not getting the point guard duties. He's not getting the on-ball duties that he gets in the G League. He's there to be a shoot, knock down, hit the three, and then defend. He did his role. He played his part, right? He was aggressive, playing defense, applying ball pressure, doing the dirty work, making the hustle plays, making the rotations, getting to the closeouts, right? Like he plays hard. Like he had some, again, great defensive sequences. The offense obviously wasn't there, which is going to happen, right? You have young guys. That's part of having the young guys. It's why, JJ and others are reluctant to play the young guys because they're going to have nights where Bronny's going to have a night where he goes 2 of 10, and the next game he might go 8 of 10, and and then the next game after that he might go 7 of 8, and then the next game after that he might, you're going to have those roller coasters. Part of the thing. I thought he did exactly what you wanted him to do out there: play hard, play defense, hit a few baskets, make a few plays. He did it. I get player development, but damn, they kept forcing Bronny, and they are just making him look like he doesn't fit in with so many minutes. Bufkin and DK should have gotten some looks. Again, I wholeheartedly think that they did fine with Bronny. Like I really do. Like Bronny, again, as your point of attack, you don't have Marcus Smart. You don't have, you don't have a Dude Theroux, which I think a Dude Theroux would have probably gotten more run in this game. You're trying to get Bronny some minutes and stuff. Like if you were ever going to have a game where he's able to go out there and just play free, it's against the Wizards, right? Like, yes, I would have liked to see more Bufkin, more DK, but not in replacement of Bronny. Again, you're going to have bad games. Like it's the thing about the young guys, right? Like it was my argument with like the Scottie Pippen thing last year, Scottie Pippen Jr., right? So many people were like, Scottie Pippen Jr., he just had a triple-double. It's like, you only hear about the good things unless you're following the team. Right. So like you only hear about, like if Bronny had a triple double, everybody would be talking about it. But the stinker games, no one talks about. Right. So, like I used to say all the time, like, yeah, it's great. Scottie Pippen Jr. had a triple double, but like, where was everyone saying this when he had 8 turnovers in the previous game and, was 2 of 15 from the floor? But it didn't matter. The Memphis was a bad team that was tanking, and they were fine with him stinking up the joint. Right. It's the same thing with Bronny. Right. You need to be able to let these young guys play. You're going to have nights where, same thing with Jake LaRavia, right? Jake LaRavia has had games where he's dropped 18. And then he's had games where he's 0 of 7 from the floor and just stinking up the joint offensively. But he still does the other work, right? Bronny still did the other work. He still got after it defensively. He still, made plays, made reads. He was fine. I thought he was fine. I would have still, again, liked to see some of the other guys more, but they were fine. I hate 1030 games. Yeah, dude, seriously. Maybe it's just me. Like OKC is annoying because they can hammer guys. But if an NBA touches an OKC player, it's unacceptable. In my opinion, I might be the anti-OKC. Their style. Other coaches have complained. I mean, pretty much every coach in the league has complained about it. But Iman Shumpert made a pretty good assessment of them, which I liked, right? He said, like, the thing is OKC is constantly playing incredibly physical basketball that other teams just don't play. But it's like everybody, it's like Lou Dort at SGA, like, Jada, like whoever's on the court, they're fouling, they're grabbing, they're pushing, they're playing that overly physical, overly aggressive style, but they're putting it on the refs to make a decision, right? And like Iman Shumpert said, like I used to go into games and I used to tell, JR and Chandler and guys like that. Like, hey, I need you to be overly aggressive this game. Even if you pick up a couple fouls, I need you to do that so I can be as aggressive as possible. Because he was saying, if I go out there and I'm just overly aggressive and it's just me, or it's just me and one guy, then he's like, the refs are going to call fouls and I'm going to be out the game, by halftime. But he's like, if everybody does it, then he's like, then what happens is now the refs have to figure it out. Are we just going to blow the whistle every possession and give the other team 120 free throws? Or are we going to just let them play? And then the problem is, like, the other team doesn't bring that physicality from the jump. This doesn't count for the SGA thing. SGA is one of like the craziest whistles I've ever seen in my life. But it's more so like OKC's bringing that overly aggressive physical nature. And then teams don't match that in the beginning, but then teams they're like, okay, well, OKC's doing it, so then I can do it. So then they try to do it, and then they get called for the whistle because it's like, you didn't set that tone early, right? And, again, that doesn't account for all of it, right? The SGA factor, things like that. But I thought it was a pretty interesting explanation that I thought kind of made sense, because that's the thing that everyone complains about. That they're overly aggressive and they foul a lot. Right. But if everybody's doing it, like if it was just Dort, refs are going to foul him out the game almost immediately. But when it's everybody, it's like, what are you going to do? So, OKC is games from losing the 1 seed to the Spurs, which the Lakers do if the Spurs pass up OKC. Could we possibly lose one of the games on purpose so they can keep the 1 seed? I don't think you should. Personally, like the fan perspective is generally give me the easiest path possible. You're going to have to go through OKC one way or another. And to me, I either want to get this season, especially with the off season that we could potentially have. To me, I either want to win the championship or I want it over with, right? Like, obviously, look, losing in the conference finals is better than losing in the second round. Losing in the second round is better than losing in the first round, so on and so forth, right? That whole argument of like, oh, well, you lost in the finals. So was it like, it's like, no, like, so what they were better off losing in the first round. It's stupid, right? Yes, it's championship or bust, all of that. I get that. But to me, this season in particular, like, I either want the Lakers to just get it over with and take the L and let's get into the offseason and hire all of our new executive pieces and stuff like that. Or I want them to win the championship. Right? Like, to me, you're going to have to go through OKC one way or another. I'd rather go through OKC in the second round, if so be it, because then you get out the way. If you beat OKC, guess what? We might actually do this thing. If you don't beat OKC, then you aren't going to beat OKC anyway. So you're going to lose in the conference finals. Like, so what's the difference? Or if you don't play OKC, then you're going to play Denver, and you're probably going to lose to Denver anyway, right? Like, to me, it's just, one, I don't think you should tempt the basketball gods by losing games on purpose and all that stuff. If it naturally happens, right? Lakers lose to the Cavs tomorrow, knock on wood, and then lose to the Thunder 2 straight times, knock on wood, and, Denver just sweeps the rest of the way, and we end up losing and becoming the 4 seed, then so be it. I'm fine. Like I said all season long, I said in the offseason, as long as we're a top 4 seed, that's all I care about. Give me health, give me a top 4 seed. That's it. So you have home court in the first round. But to me, I look at it as like, again, the Spurs could beat the Lakers. I like the matchup better, but honestly, you can make an argument the Lakers match up better against OKC than they do against the Spurs, right? Because of Wemby and Spurs have a bunch of big, sizable guards, right? They have guys that can actually apply pressure to Luka and Austin and stuff like that, where OKC is a bunch of like 6'3" guys. Like Luka usually shreds OKC. So no, I don't. I think the Lakers should, if Spurs pass OKC, if you got to play OKC in the second round, you got to play OKC in the second round. You're going to have to play them whenever, right? You're either good enough to beat them or you're not. So I look at it. Lakers might possibly get 253 wins if they split the OKC game. Like there's a chance, great to beat the Cavs, but their good Lakers schedule is kind of tough. Denver, tough game to Spurs to OKC once. Yeah. But the problem is like those Spurs and OKC games are literally at like the very end of the season. And so like Spurs and OKC basically are so far ahead of everybody, they don't even have to worry about it. And if OKC essentially has the game, the 1 and 2 seed locked up, Spurs might just rest guys. OKC, same thing. So I hope not. I hope that, one or two of those teams end up beating them. I predicted the Lakers would get 53 wins in the offseason. That was my projection. Lakers are 4 wins away from that. Granted, I didn't know LeBron was going to miss 14 games and Reeves was going to miss 19. And, Luka was going to miss whatever he missed. What does he miss? 10, 9, 10, something like that. But, they still very well get that prediction, which would be huge. Right? I mean, you go from last year 50 wins in the 3 seed to this year 53 wins in the 3 seed. That's 2 excellent seasons in a row. Obviously, you got to win some games, or win some playoff games. But Jackson Hayes balled out. But why is nobody talking about him leading the NBA in 3-point percentage? I've actually made a video about it, and I'm going to make another video about it. I have it on my notes here while I was watching the game. Took some notes of videos that I want to make. So I will definitely be talking about Jackson Hayes coming up again, probably tomorrow, most likely tomorrow, unless some crazy news or something like that comes out. But so Jackson Hayes has had the ability to shoot. Like, this isn't new. Jackson Hayes shot the 3 ball, not like regularly, but like randomly here and there, even with the Pelicans. Jackson Hayes has always had the ability to stretch the floor. He's just such a high flying, athletic freak at the center position that, teams usually want him to be that option. But I did an entire video like months ago about Jackson Hayes being a 3-point guy and actually getting some threes. I even did a video in the off season talking about, I'd love to see him kind of expand that level of his game. Did we win the game or did the Wizards lose the game? No, this was definitely Lakers. Lakers won the game. Lakers were up 20 almost the entirety. Happy B-Day to me. Oh, happy birthday. Seriously, happy birthday. Lakers win, good win. Yeah, nice. Nothing like a good Lakers win on your birthday. Would you be down for Jaden Ivey? I know it won't happen, but he would be great for this team. So I was really contemplating making a video about Jaden Ivey. The thing is, he needs help, right? And I don't I don't mind talking about certain things. And look, I've always said, you got to be able to separate the art from the artist, right? When it comes to sports, people are like, oh, this guy's not. I mean, if you go through the history of basketball, a lot of guys, sports period, there's a lot of guys that, Kobe's had things that people today would be like, oh, get him off my team. People wanted him off that team. Jordan had some stuff. Pippen had some stuff. Like, again, people have things. You have to be able to separate the art from the artist, especially when it comes to sports and stuff like that. But like you watch some of those videos, and not even the one that like was the detrimental one. He's had a couple other videos recently. It's disappointing because Chicago should have gotten him help rather than, and look, maybe they tried. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but Chicago, instead of waiving him, should have been trying to get him some help. Should have been trying to get him right. I wouldn't hate, and this is what I don't think I'm going to make the video about it. Maybe in the off season, depending on how things happen. I don't know. I don't like talking about personal stuff unless it's like self-inflicted, right? Like, like the Ja Morant situation where it's like, he's like brandishing gun, trying to just he's acting a fool for what? It's like, dude, you're in the NBA, right? It's just, and you just keep doing the same thing over and over. Like stuff like that, I don't mind talking about. But like, like Luka's situation, like that's his personal. Like I don't want to talk about, people's personal lives. Like Jaden Ivey, like this situation, like this is sad. This isn't like this is a great opportunity for the Lakers. And it's just like, do I want him? Would I love to bring him on? Absolutely. The guy is incredibly talented and you'd get him real cheap. Like from a business side of things, it's like, yeah, it's a no-brainer. But from just like a personal, side of things, it's just like, I want to see him get help. If the Lakers are willing to bring him in and go get him the help he needs, then absolutely. right? Like he has to also want help too. But like it's just you watch some of those things and it's just it's sad. It is. And so I was like, I don't even think I should, talk about it, right? Like because I really did. I was like, should I make a video about it? Like, and then kind of bring up all these points. I was gonna kind of talk about it in this sense of like I am right now. But like I just was like, I don't want to get into it. Like I feel weird about it. Like I said, maybe in the off season, if some things, have kind of cooled down and he's kind of gotten himself right and whatnot. Sure. I'd love to bring him in. He's incredibly talented. And you'd get him dirt cheap, but just again, I always feel really weird about talking about people in bad places that aren't really self-inflicted. You know what I mean? Like, people's personal lives, people's mental health, stuff like that. I just, it's one thing if you're just doing something stupid and being a knucklehead. It's another thing when you're, kind of self-destructing. And again, I'm not even talking about the thing that got him. Like he posted like a strain of videos, like going on like rants about Steph and all these other things. It's I don't know. It's a weird situation in general. So I just was like, I just want to avoid it. I just want to stay out of it. So, but anyway, Shea has had more free throws total than the other teams in the last 2 games. I'm an idiot, but the league needs to make a flop and a foul. It's supposed to. You're supposed to get a technical for it. The league did it for like 2 games and then it hasn't happened since. Literally, there's a new rule that passed like 2 or 3 years ago that you're supposed to get a flopping technical. That when you flop, you get a tech. That hasn't happened. SGA would be kicked out of every game. Literally. Kevin Durant, Garden Snake passed Michael Jordan on the all-time scoring list. He is now number 5 and nobody really, I mean, he's an incredible scorer and talent. He's kind of just, you talk about self-inflicted wounds. He's somebody that did that. I'd take Luke over SGA also. 80 misses being a Laker. I'm sure. Absolutely. For all the poop, Luka gets Shea and even Jokic. Denver games, Jokic complains and wails like a toddler. And I love Jokic. He's my 3rd favorite player in the league. Shea, what's your analysis? I mean, 1,000%. Luka gets criticized in like even the defensive argument. Everyone's like, oh, like he doesn't play defense. He plays better defense than Jokic. He plays better defense than Jokic than when Jokic won his MVPs, right? Like it's just, if Luka was on Dallas, I wholeheartedly think he'd be the unanimous MVP. Or at least the general consensus MVP. All right. Am I crazy for thinking KD could keep playing for another 5? Oh no, 1,000%. Top 2, maybe even break the scoring record. I don't think he'd catch LeBron. He's a long way away from LeBron. He'd have to play another like 15 years. His game is so easy on the body. He's literally the definition of ball is life. Yeah, Kevin Durant, absolutely. Like even worst case scenario, like even when he gets to like LeBron's age, he could just be like an off-ball scorer and shooter, right? Like he's somebody that could probably play till he's 50. 49 wins. Yeah, thank you. 48 assists away. He'll try something in DC. Yeah. Oh wait. I didn't even notice this one. It's AD's career. Is AD's career done, or is he going to have a resurgence somewhere else? I definitely don't think AD's career is done. It's just, can he consistently stay healthy to help a team? Like Washington has potential. Like I don't think Washington's going to be a contender, but Washington has a lot of potential to be a really good, fun team, right? Like you think of Charlotte this year and how like fun they are and how good they are. Like I could see Washington being that. Right? Like that fun young team that has like Trey and Anthony Davis and, potentially one of the better defensive teams and just a legit playoff team, maybe be like the 5 seed in the East or something like that. And everyone's like, ooh, are they going to be something? Like I could see that. It's just really going to come down to AD's health. The AD still is when healthy, one of the best two-way players in basketball, right? Like if it wasn't for Wemby, you could argue AD is still that, but it's just he just can't stay healthy. He just can't. LeBron 48 assists away from 12K regular season assists, which is crazy. Crazy. He's gonna end up being top 3 in assists, all of that, right? Like, if you focus only on shot selection and aggressiveness, this is the best I've ever seen Bronny play. I love the shots he took. He looks comfortable for sure. Yeah, 1,000%. Like I said, he's already completed 75% of the battle. He can get to his spots and shoot over the top, and get his shot off against, like NBA level defense. You know how many guys struggle with that? Like even guys that are in the league, there's a lot of guys that can't. I mean, look at Luke Kennard. I love Luke Kennard, but he doesn't want to take a contested shot, right? Like Bronny's ability to do that and stuff is getting 75% of the battle. He's just got to get his touchdown, and that'll come. That'll come over time. Everything is a process, right? He's the youngest guy on the team. Team feels better than last year. And record-wise, they are better than what they were at this time last year. Yes, Shea is really efficient, but Luka's better rebound or assist. He's even better at steals. Luka's the better player. He is. I mean, again, like people look at like the defensive rating. Like I've seen a lot of talks like, oh, SGA's defensive rating is better than Luka. He's also on a much better defensive team, right? Like, what is Luka's defensive rating on OKC? Right? Like again, you got to look at his like people want to mention. Like the generalized team things, like defensive rating isn't like an individual stat, right? It's like it's usually equated to that, but there's factors that go into it beyond just like what do you do individually, right? Like it's the individual numbers, right? He's really good this season. He's been really good this season. You look at the plus minus, him on off, all of that stuff. Vando needs to understand that he isn't capable of running a fast break. I'm tired of seeing him get meaningless turnovers. Yeah. Definitely has to work on his ball handling. Let's see. Did any of our players drop 50 without trying? No, that's just Luka. Hey, much love and respect for the Lakers, fam. Thank you. Let's go. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, and much love for the Lakers. Love it. Great win. Great win. I love that Luke Kennard, 10 shots attempts. Look what he did. I love that pickup so much. Yeah, it's been a great pickup. I really need to work on my anti-OKC. So I get it. Let it out. It's a safe space. Don't worry about it. But yeah, Luke Kennard has been ridiculous. After thinking about it, Ayton has been a scapegoat for reals, a scapegoat, man. Like everyone should understand his flaws by now, and it's not a secret that his motor isn't good and he doesn't be aggressive when he should. But at the end of the day, he for sure provides more value than his contract. Like his touches and rhythm is amazing. They feed him. Yeah. So again, like I talked about this literally probably 100 times. DeAndre Ayton is on a team that doesn't maximize his best skill set, but you knew what he was coming in. He's not a margin center. He is a offensive center, but they want him to be a margin center. And then everyone was like, oh, he sucks. And it's like, again, I can't be, he's been better and the Lakers have been better, right? Like, I don't think that that's a coincidence. And I'm not talking about, because DeAndre Ayton's been so good. The Lakers always, no, Lakers have been shooting the 3 ball better and have been better rebound, better everything, but they, better 3-point shooting, all of it, right? So teams are having a harder time defending the Lakers like they did early on. Lakers now all of a sudden have one of the best offenses in basketball, and DeAndre Ayton is thriving more offensively because, again, the Lakers are playing more to Ayton's strengths, right? Again, it's hard to be a 20-point-a-game scorer if I only get 3 field goal attempts. Hard for me to go grab 12 rebounds if I'm defending away from the basket, or teams are packing the paint because we can't hit a shot to save our lives. And now I have to go and fight through 7 people to get a rebound, right? And then, again, the defense, it's like, okay, how can I be a rim protector and anchor a defense if guys are constantly getting blown by every possession? And now I'm in 2-on-1 disadvantage situations, right? Like, again, I defended Ayton a ton this season, right? Even when people told me I was an idiot and all this stuff about it. And I'm just like, oh, yeah. Like, I criticize Ayton. Don't get me wrong. His motor, yes, at times he gets in his own head, gets frustrating. But they want him to be Jackson Hayes, but he's not Jackson Hayes. Right? He's better than Jackson Hayes. And you see that at times. And look, there's certain games and certain matchups where Jackson Hayes really thrives on. But teams don't account for Hayes the way that they do for Ayton. I've said this a million times. Go watch how teams defend DeAndre Ayton. There is always somebody attached to Ayton. Always. Because they know he can knock down the mid-range. He has to work harder for his points. Right? Where Hayes, teams will just forget about him at times. Literally. Like, and that ends up opening up for him, right? So again, there's a lot of factors that go into it. But I got my Luka jersey. None of my Lakers jerseys fit me, so I had to get a Luka jersey. If you ever in New York City, there is a great NBA shop. I got the jersey in white. Nice. I want to visit New York City at some point, especially now that I'm a little closer. Riley is Canadian too. Base Canadians are taking over, man. Yeah, he looks really good, man. Like he's been really good all year for them. He's the guy that they should be like. I think he's the guy that I look at and go like, he might be a stud for them. Let's see. My bad. I thought I put tomorrow. Said Luka playing tomorrow. Oh no, you're good. No worries. I also hope he comes back to us after his contract on a vet min or a little more. Yeah, like I would love for him to just like I said, at the end of his career, he's like, hey, I'm gonna play one more year, 2 more years, something like that. Come back to the Lakers, retire a Laker. Got him. Yep. Sometimes every OKC win hurts my soul a little. Can't explain it. Hot take. If Halliburton doesn't get hurt, last year Pacers win. I don't think it's a hot take at all. I've talked about that several times myself. If Tyrese Halliburton, if Denver has more than like 4 healthy players, they beat them too. So Anthony Trip hasn't been back home in a few days. Just a random supernatural quote. I love it. And it starts with the big 3, mainly Luka. I get Luka is good, but if you're gonna be a ball dominant, as you are, you can expect your big to engage if your play style is shoot first, pass later. Yeah, again, no big. You'll see Ayton start games, and he'll be aggressive, and he'll do all the things that you want to see him do, and then he just like won't touch the basketball. And then again, I don't care who it is, like any center in the history of basketball, if you just like basically phase him out, he becomes Anthony Davis. We talked about having this problem. Right? Since we're talking about Anthony Davis, how many times do we see him have 30 points and then nothing at halftime? Right? Like, how many times? I'm old enough to remember the year we went to the conference finals, everyone was complaining about Anthony Davis no-showing every other game. Remember that? Right? Like, but what did I keep saying? It's on our playmakers. It's on them to get him the basketball. Right? Like, you can't say, and Anthony Davis is the number 1 or supposed to be the number 1 option. Right? DeAndre Ayton's the number 5 option, right? Again, DeAndre Ayton can only do what the playmakers do. So what happens if Luka gets some more techs moving forward? So every 2 techs, he gets suspended. So let's say, knock on wood, tomorrow he picks up a tech, he wouldn't be suspended. Every 2 techs. So the 18th, 20th, 22nd, so on and so forth. Hey, Tyler, do you think if healthy AD with the current Lakers roster will win a healthy AD with this current Lakers roster, Lakers are the best team in basketball. 1,000%. Like, I don't even think it's debatable. Anthony Davis would make up and mask so much for this team. It's not even fun. And AD can be a little passive, right? So like the games that Luka's cooking and doing all his stuff, AD can just buy in on the defense side of things, anchor the defense, rebound on stuff. And he's a guy that can still, like, Lakers are the best team in basketball with a healthy AD, right? If you swapped out DeAndre Ayton for Anthony Davis, Lakers are the 1 seed in the Western Conference. right? Again, assuming health, right? Because some of those games that LeBron didn't play, you would have had AD, right? Basically, if all the games that DeAndre Ayton played, Anthony Davis played, Lakers are probably the 1 seed, at worst the 2 seed right now. Again, Lakers are going to be the 3 seed and probably win 53 to 54 games without AD, right? You don't think AD in place of Ayton would have made up for another 5 games or something like that, right? Like Lakers probably have almost 60 wins. It's crazy that LeBron, a senior citizen, and he's still a top 20 player, at least top 13. Look, I've said I think he's still a top 15 player. Like people knock him for taking the step back, but that doesn't mean he's not that good. Like if Lakers didn't have Luka, I think everyone would be saying like, oh, LeBron's a top 10 to 15 player. But because he's the third option, everyone's like, oh, he's not the same. He's 30. He's the 30th best player. Blah, blah, blah. Again, you're basically knocking him down for playing the right way. Yeah, don't pass up on the Cavs win. If you have the opportunity to beat them, I'll beat them. Yeah. Like I said, absolutely. The NBA might want a drug test. LeBron, don't even throw that out there. Dude, there's people that have like literally dedicated their lives to expose LeBron. Like literally. And no one's ever been able to do it. We have Ace as a better shooter than Reeves before GTA 6. That's great. Damn, Luka probably going to get suspended in the playoffs if that's it. So come playoffs, it resets. So it's I think it's after the 6 technicals. So every 7 technicals off the top of my head, you get suspended. Right. So luckily, thank sweet baby Jesus that to quote a movie, right? That Luka will have the text reset. So right? Seriously, help us. Help me. Someone needs to tell the Lakers, if you're gonna be stupid, you might as well be smart about it. Yeah, facts. The SGA armbar bait needs to be looked into. It's almost no counter to that. Yeah, he gets away with it, so might as well. SGA scored 47 versus Detroit today. 21 of them were free throws, which is wild. Luka should play with earplugs. They're gonna bait him in a 2-text in the playoffs easy. So again, come playoff time, it resets. So you have the regular season text, and then you have the playoff text. So, Tyler, who you prefer to face San Antonio or OKC? Like San Antonio is the better matchup, right? Like again, matchup, like pure matchup wise, you can make an argument for OKC, but Spurs and experience, they're not very good in the half court. Like I think the Lakers beat San Antonio. OKC, it'd be hard to bet against, but I like that matchup. Personally, I kind of want to just, like I said, get that over with. Give me OKC. Like if I could play OKC in the first round, I'd play them in the first round, right? Like it's better to play them later because then by then you kind of get things worked out, but you also won't be healthier and more motivated than in the first round. So like, I really want to, like, I want to get it over with, right? Because either we're good enough or we're not. Man, if we're not good enough, let's get into the offseason. Let's start working towards being good enough, Our youth might be the worst in the league. Again, it's kind of hard to judge when you don't have consistency, right? Like you're judging guys off of, a game here and there randomly, right? Rather than like, a nightly basis. Like some of these young guys get consistent night to night minutes. They have Cooper Flags had bad games, right? Like again, Con Knepels had bad games, right? Guys have bad games. Why can the second best point guard get every call foul for him when the best player in the whole NBA can't get enough? Yeah, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Let's see. What's your take on the Clippers Pacer farce? I don't know. What do you mean by it? You talk about the trade, right? I want to wait to save the like Ivica Zubac once Tyrese Halliburton gets there? Like, what does he look like? There's arguments for for Zoo as far as like being able to rebound, be that interior presence, that defensive anchor. Miles Turner, though, the way that they play, Miles Turner actually kind of makes more sense. Clippers, I mean, look, they were retooling anyway, rebuilding, right? So, I mean, it made sense to kind of get the young guys and youth, and they got a pretty solid package for him. So, I didn't mind it. I feel it, Duke. Oh man. That's a great take, actually. You're such a good guy. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm assuming you're talking about the Jaden Ivey thing. Yeah. Then yeah, I appreciate it. Again, it's hard because it's like, I don't want to, I don't like, the personal stuff, and it doesn't, like, just watching those videos, it's like it's somebody that just doesn't seem to be in a good headspace, and I'm not one of those people that I just don't want to exploit that, right? Like, again, there's a million things I could talk about. I post 7 videos a day on this channel alone, right? Like, I have plenty of stuff to talk about. I don't need to talk about stuff that, like that. Sure, would it probably get views and stuff? Probably, but again, I'd rather get views the right way, in my opinion, or at least feel good about myself. But Tyler, your prediction where Lakers finish in the playoffs? If they play Houston, San Antonio, I think they make the conference finals. So if they finish the 3 seed and assume everything stays the same, I think they make the conference finals. I'm going to say conference finals, right? The safe bet, I think, would be conference finals. I do think, and I was saying this when they were bad. Like when people thought they were terrible, I kept saying, what did I say? Don't be shocked that they're really good come playoff time. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if the Lakers hoist Larry O'Brien this year. I don't think anyone should. You have Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reeves. Like, you're going to have the 3 best guys on the court at all times, right? But again, it's just, I think conference finals, I think, is a safe bet if the Lakers finish the 3 seed. And then from there, it's anybody's shot, right? If you get to the conference finals, then it's just, now you're 8 wins away from the NBA finals. Can you just buckle down for those 8 games? Detroit traded damaged goods. Not cool by Detroit. The Bulls obviously didn't know he had these issues beforehand. I mean, again, I don't. The problem is I don't know the history of things. I don't. As far as I know, I didn't know any of these things prior. I know that there was like a few things, and like, if I'm not mistaken, Jaden Ivey talked about like mental health at some point. But like, again, I'm not privy enough, because again, I don't like looking into people's personal, like, again, like the mental health stuff, all that stuff. Again, I can separate the art from the artist, right? I don't care. Like, I don't want to, I always try to stay away and avoid those things. It's probably the best way to put it, right? Like, I can separate the art from the artist, right? Obviously, depending on, heinous crimes, but if you're still eligible to be in the league, then can you win games, right? Like, I'm not here to analyze your personal life or your personal decisions, right? Like, I'm not here to go like, oh, this guy's a great guy, man. Woo! Like, again, I don't like, I care about you winning games for the Lakers, right? Like, it's just, to me, it's just how I've always operated, right? Like, I can separate the art from the artist. I don't have to think you're a good person to think you're good at basketball. Like, there's a lot of shitty people that are really good at basketball, right? There's a lot of terrible people that are excellent artists, right? Like, to me, it's separating the art from the artist, right? But like, I also try to stay away. So I don't know enough. I'm too ignorant to talk about that either way. Because I don't know if he had signs or things like that on Detroit. I know he had an injury history. I know he was damaged goods from an injury standpoint. And that might have weighed in on it and stuff, but I don't know enough. I'm not educated enough in this, in the space, to be able to give proper analysis. When you say get him help, do you mean court or mental health? I'm talking about, like, help, provide the necessary outlets and stuff for him to be able to go get whatever he's dealing with, right? Get him in a good headspace, right? Like I don't mean court in the sense of like, yeah, like lock them up. Like, no, nothing like that. I'm talking about in the sense of like, just being in a good mental health space, right? I mean, he's a very good basketball player. I don't want this to be the end of his career. I don't I don't want to see people spiraling. Again, I say it all the time. Like I want people to succeed. I don't like do I hate the Celtics? So yeah, of course, but like I don't want like I didn't want Tatum to get hurt. Like, you know what I mean? Like I want people. It frustrates me. Like the Jean Morant thing and stuff like that. Like it infuriates me. It's like, dude, you've won. You've won at life. You like, why do you keep making like it? Nothing bothers me more than when people self-sabotage. And I'm not talking about the Jaden. Like this to me isn't a self-sabotage situation. There's something going on, right? Like, but like it does. It infuriates me when it's like, because I want to see people succeed. I don't want to see like, why would I want to kick somebody down? I talk about like, oh, like, the YouTube, like I always prop up fellow YouTubers and stuff like, because again, like there's enough eats for everybody. Like I don't need to kick people. Whether I don't know. It bought like you'll see videos of stuff and people like post like 15 videos about like, and it's just like, dude, like, I don't know. I wouldn't want to be in that situation. I wouldn't want like my family in that situation or anything like that. Like, obviously I'm, in the public space, like, but I wouldn't want like all of us have shit, right? Like I've done stupid stuff like everybody does, right? Like I've said stupid things, I've done stupid things, everybody does. No one's perfect, but I don't want to exploit somebody is my thing. If it's something that is reasonable to talk about, I'll talk about it. But, in general, just want to say, you're a really awesome guy, Tyler. Thanks for being you, brother. Well, thank you. Seriously. I appreciate that. Seriously. Like I said, I look at how would I want to be? You know what I mean? Like, so, or how would I want to be looked at? Or I wouldn't want people, I'm in a bad moment. I'm having a bad stretch in my life or something like that. Cause again, it's just a moment. It's not forever. Like, how many people have bad moments, bad stretches, like, and have people talking about it, how much you're this, that, and the other. Like it would suck. Not gonna lie. I love seeing, Luka is, failing in the MVP race. Don't get me wrong. I love Luka, but if he was on Dallas, it would be close. He would be I think if he was on Dallas, I think nobody would be questioning if he's the MVP or not. Make a video if Luka is better than Shea. I did a video breaking that down. It's the MVP race video. And I talked about Luka and all that stuff. So yes, I did. But thank you. I appreciate it. Feels like only Ayton only had 5 shot attempts this game. What is he supposed to do? I think defensively he's been better than credit. He gets most of the time, gets boards, and is the X factor. Yeah, he's going to be huge. And again, can't score 20 when you're only giving me 5 attempts, right? Even if all 5 of them were threes, still only 15 points. Jaden Ivey seems unwell mentally, I can tell, because I've observed that stuff a lot in my life. He's not quite there, but he could be an Antonio Brown or more high risk and high reward. He's good. Yeah, again, that's kind of what I'm talking about. Like there's something going on, and I just think, I instead of Chicago just kicking them to the curb, I would rather see them go try to get. And look, maybe they are behind the scenes. I don't know. Maybe they're just doing this to save face and getting him the proper channels, but it would suck to just kind of cut him, kick him to the curb and be like, good luck to you. I understand it's business, but still, like there's still a level of humanity that I think needs to be in place. Shout out to Luke. Also, man, he was awesome tonight too. Glad Luka got some rest, and depending on if we play guys tomorrow, hopefully he can carry the load. I could definitely see them just pack it in, to be honest. Again, it wouldn't shock me. I think LeBron, I could see LeBron maybe getting some rest. I think Luka and Reeves play at least. Sorry, I looked up the Jaden Ivey trade. No one got cheated. It was all about cash. I think Detroit maybe even sent Ivey to Chicago for a change of scenery. Unfortunately, it just got worse. Yeah, I mean, again, it was beneficial. Again, I don't know about like I said, I don't know about any of the off-court stuff any of his mental health or anything like that prior. Again, I like I said, I try to stay away from people's personal lives, right? Like it's none of my business, like, I don't know. I like, like all the tabloids and all like stuff. It's just like, why do you care? Like, it's like nobody's business, like what I do in my personal life should be nobody's business unless I allow it to be your business. If I had like a family channel, like sure, or I did, vlogs every day, sure. Please don't ever put Anthony Davis health in the same sentence again. Hey, what is a championship? It's a miracle you finally won. Man, a blowout. Yeah. Good. Cavs played tonight. So it's back to back for them. Mobley and Donovan Mitchell also combined for 70 points. Yeah, seriously. It's not going to be easy. Wemby is figuring it out. I don't know, man. Again, Wemby's going to be tough, but again, you put two to the ball. You basically defend them like you do Kevin Durant. San Antonio really struggles to shoot at times. Pack the paint. Don't let them get downhill. Put two to the ball with Victor Wembanyama. Lakers defend Wemby better than arguably any team in basketball. Right? Like they do. Like JJ is really good at coming up with defensive schemes against them. Luka's the best player in the NBA. Facts. I mean, it won't happen, but maybe secretly, hopefully, Kawhi could send OKC home in the first round. He is one of the few players, Shea versus Kawhi. Yeah, especially the way he's playing this year. That could be a very interesting matchup. I think he's talking about Pacers through a game at the end versus the Clippers. Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's see. Why did the Lakers sit Reeves the whole fourth quarter but played LeBron? That's why I kind of lean towards they might I wouldn't be shocked if they rest LeBron. I really would. JJ should be close to coach of the year. He should be in the conversation for sure. I think the Lakers will win the championship next season if we get the right pieces. Absolutely. I mean, I still think the Lakers have a real shot this year. But we'll see. Let's see. Do NBA fans actually wait over like 4 years when they lose a superstar until they get another one? Or are we the only team that only waits like 4 years? Also, 4 years is a really long time. I mean, Lakers have had a really good history of just getting the right guys when you need it. You know what I mean? Like landing those guys. So, Clippers, Pacers, wildest 4 seconds to end game this season. Bad calls, Morris, phantom foul flops, missed free throws to lose and keep tanking. Yeah, I mean, tanking's a big thing. What superstar are we going to get next? I don't know. Like, honestly, I kind of think Lakers end up, if we get another superstar anytime soon, like within the next like 3 years, it's probably one that we develop or that like we traded for that it became that or something. Oh, come on. There we go. What's going on, Mr. 81? I feel sorry for AD. I feel it. I hope they only sit LeBron tomorrow. If they do sit people, yeah. Like I said, I could see that. To be honest, I'm not worried about Wemby and the Spurs in the playoffs. I'm more worried about OKC and Denver. OKC and Denver are the only ones that I really worry about also. Let's see. You say 81 is a championship. I also had to watch Jamal Murray hit game winners on him. Yeah, I mean, but to be fair, right? Like it wasn't his guy. It's like he was defending Jamal Murray. He's the one that just had to come step out and do the close. But yeah, I mean, look, I still love AD. I do. I really wish we still had AD. I want Elijah Arenas so bad. For some reason, watch him turn super. He might. I mean, he's raw. There's games where you watch it, like he's gonna need some work. Gilbert Arenas would love it. He's always been a Laker fan, but Anyway, I got to the end of the chat, so I'm going to skate on out of here, everyone. I will see you guys all tomorrow. We got the game against the Cavs. We got to get that W. That would be really nice if we could walk away with that dub. Everybody that hung out with me, seriously, I thank you guys so very much. It helped me out a lot. There we go. Again, just hang out with me. Real quick, hit that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button for me on your way out. And yeah, I will see you guys in tomorrow. See you guys in the next one tomorrow. So peace. Have a good night.